back inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. A short kick taken at the 18. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off-play action. Hankins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Hankins. And he finds McLaurin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. Visiting kickers for years have had trouble with field goals here in Buffalo. The winds off nearby Lake Erie can really play havoc with your ability to aim the football correctly. And we saw an example right there. No good. Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10 way up at the 37. Throwing to start the drive. Randall. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on first down, Randall. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll run with Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Jets' 9-yard line.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Hankins. Pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain there for the Bills.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
On 1st down, Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught off the deflection. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Come on now. Over the middle, zone coverage where all the eyes are back to the quarterback so they see the ball thrown. How do they get that completed?
Well, they got the hand on it. They tipped it. Just a lucky play for the offense, right?
It was, and for the defense, almost demoralizing. That's one that they should have because they see that play developing all the way through.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on third down, Randall. Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Koo now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw. Hankins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays,
they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Hankins.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Randall. He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play here for Buffalo.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
We got 3, folks. We got 3.
On second down, it's Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the gun on third down, Randall. The kidder here, it's complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. 95, Mike, 195. Hey, watch your lane.
Back to throw. Randall. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter, drive right down the field to extend their lead. Able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Sanders. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, Heavy. Everyone scrap. Scrap, Heavy. Scrap, Heavy. Give me something. Give me something.
Another run here with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
To throw on third down, Hankins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week. As Sanders has it poked free, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You gonna get this, boys? You think you gonna get this?
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They're suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On first down, Hankins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run. It's Dobbins. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's got to be frustrated. Bottled up for the 3rd straight play. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bills, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.